It's our reality, just your average family. Trying to be normal and stay out of trouble. Living a double life.
What's up? Today we got Thurman's Season 3, Episode 6, Evil Never Sleeps. So this episode starts off with Phoebe and Link walking into the Thunder House. Link says, sorry they had to leave the carnival. He didn't like the way of those troublemakers. Phoebe says, you mean the clowns? Phoebe says, don't worry, their date will be clown free. Then Billy, Nora, and Chloe say, ooh. And then Link said, so yeah. Then Link says, see ya, buddy, and leaves. Then Thunder Monitor alerts her to President Kickbutt calling. And then again, Billy, Chloe, and Phoebe, Nora are like, ooh. And then Phoebe's like, that doesn't even make any sense. How does that make any sense? Then Billy, Nora, and Chloe just walk upstairs so they can peer in the bee pot later. So then President Kickbutt says hi, Phoebe. The Hero League needs to investigate one of their most dastardly supervillains. She must tell no one. Phoebe says, this is awesome. Who's the unlikely soon-to-be-defeated jerk? Super President Kickbutt says, evilman. And Phoebe says, oh yeah, he's going down. Wait, did you say evilman? Super President Kickbutt said, as in Link's dad, evilman. Super President Kickbutt says, even though he claims to be retired, they have evidence that suggests he's up to his old trick. Phoebe says, well, if it's alright by her, before she investigates her boyfriend's dad for doing evil, she'd like to see this evidence. Then Max says, who's got two thumbs and just got hired to be Evilman's protege? This guy. Viva la Evil. And then she's like, did you just hear that? Max just kind of be Evilman's. Oh. Then Kickbutt says, are they done here? And Phoebe says, yeah, ending the call. Yeah, well, after the opening, in the A-plot, Cherry says, look, Phoebe, she's a superhero too. She's Popper Fingers. Which is kind of funny. That is in the Thunderman Returns movie, Cherry would actually get superpowers and become a superhero herself. So, could this be could that years later movie be alluding to this? Who knows? Still can't wait to watch that movie when we get to the ending of the show next season, which hurts. But anyway, still can't wait to watch that movie. Phoebe says, sorry, Cherry. She's distracted thinking about something. Cherry says, what's up? And Phoebe says, she shouldn't tell Cherry this, but she has a friend named Fiona who has whose boyfriend's dad's a huge villain. Evil Stan. Quote, quote. And then Cherry says, Evil Stan sounds like an evil man. And then Phoebe says, he's retired now, but he's up to it no good. And Fiona has to turn him in. Fiona has to come investigate him and turn him in. Cherry says, Fiona better turn that man in. But Phoebe says, but her boyfriend Crink. What about her boyfriend Crink? And then Cherry says, Crink schmink. Fiona is a superhero, and besides, what if Evil Stan does something evil, like erase November? Her birthday's in November. Then Phoebe says, yeah, Cherry's right. Fiona has to do something, and also Cherry's birthday's in December. Meanwhile, Mike's mattress store, Mike is showing Max around. Yeah, Mike is back, still played by Bob Duncan. Yeah, he never appears again after this episode, but yeah. But he's still played by Bob Duncan, Eric Allen Kramer, which is still great because as a Good Luck Charlie fan, I love him as Bob Duncan. But anyway. Mike is showing Max around, and Max says, "Thanks again for bringing him on teaching him his evil ways." Mike says, "Evil man." Max said, hey. Mike says, "Here it's Mr. Evilman," which is literally just evil man, but with evil. Max says, "Right, his cover, mom, man, owner of failing mattress store." Mike says, thanks to bedbug season, they're doing quite well, thank you. And he says he only hired Max because a tiny old lady quit on him. Max looks and says, Max looks like he'll fit a uniform. Max says he's doing a great job pretending like he doesn't like him. Mike sees Hank and is like, "Really, Max? You brought your dad to my mattress store?" And Max is like, I thought he left when he dropped me off." And knowing that originally Hank and Mike hated each other and now they're kind of just like kind of friends based on what we saw in last season's episodes, Meet the Evilmans or Evilmans, but it's Evil Man. Meet the Evilmans. Yeah. He says, yeah. And Max says he can wipe his own boom boom, thank you. Yeah. Mike says he sees Hank's butt has his good taste. Hank found the couch, part couch, part mattress, all comfort. Hank says, "How much?" and sees the price. And Mike says, "Comfort isn't cheap." Then Hank says he has to think about this and decides to sleep on it. And then Hank says, and then Max says, "Yeah, they'll wake them up." Yeah. When Hank wakes up, Max will close the deal. Mike says that's not Max's job. Mike says Max is the door closer. If anyone opens the door, Max will close it. Meanwhile, in the B plot, Barb says, "Come on, Chloe. They're leaving for the park." Chloe teleports in a really interesting outfit, which Chloe teleports in with an outfit that's Chloe style. Chloe says, "Let's do it," and Barb says, Nora says, "Let's undo it." And Barb says, "What are you talking about? Chloe looks adorable." Because yes, I agree. Yeah. And Barb takes Chloe to put on some sunscreen. Nora says they cannot let Chloe go out to the park like that. Everyone will laugh at her. Billy says Chloe went to the zoo last week and she got more looks than that chimp chewing on that poor kid's ear. Nora says, "How is Billy's ear?" Billy says, "Better." So I guess Billy was that poor kid. So again, this show, it's ever since Chloe got introduced to this show, the show's timeline has been really messed up. I have no idea when this show takes place now. Like in the previous season, you could say it took place a couple of weeks. You could say the show took place a couple of weeks, but now with the introduction of Chloe and them saying there's all these adventures, like Billy saying Chloe and Nora went fishing, and there's all these adventures that literally happened like last week, but we never saw it. That's the problem with this show, guys. That the show says there's adventures, but then it doesn't show us them. Like, it would have been super funny for them to have an episode where Chloe and them go to the zoo, and then Billy gets his ear chomped on by a chimp. But anyway, so yeah. Barb says, let's go. And Nora says, yeah, about the park. She thinks it's really crowded. Doesn't Billy think? And Billy says he'll check. And Billy speeds out the speed back saying it's really packed. 10 kids pile up on the slide. Barb says they'll have to go another time. Come on, Chloe. And Barb and Chloe leave. But Nora says they just saved Chloe from embarrassment. Billy says up top. And then Nora lasers his hand, and Billy says that's not how it works. That's not how that works. Okay, but I guess at least they're showing a little bit of Nora's lasering in this season, because so far Nora's lasering hasn't been that much used. Meanwhile, in the A plot, Phoebe says, Ty, clip cam, meet Max's ugly tie. Together, they will tell her what twisted shenanigan Evilman is up to. Then Hank is going over a tantrum, and Phoebe says, "Dude, you're an adult. What is going on?" And Hank says he says that he can't find anything comfortable in the house. Yeah. Phoebe then sees Max, and Phoebe says, "You're looking good, Max. Is he on his way to a dweeb rally?" And Max says, "No. Are you on a way to you're a dweeb rally?" Yeah, Max, that was weak. You could have came up with something better than you could have said something better than dweeb rally because literally that was not a good comeback. Hank says, "Does Max need a ride to the counters?" Max says, "Do you mean work?" And Hank says, he knows what he said. He's going, just meet him in the car. He'll meet him in the car. He'll meet Max in the car. Tells Max to meet him in the car. Phoebe gives Max his tie, but saying that Barb did something. Saying that Barb gifted him, put a gift on it. Meanwhile, Max is showing customer a bed. The customer says he'll take it, and Max says awesome. And Max says the customer tells the customer to pull his car around and they'll get him taken care of. Mike asks him, says Max, and Max says sorry, he'll get back to the door. Mike says no. He's impressing. He's promoting Max as sales trainee. Max says, is that code for evil deputy? Mike says, Max can call it whatever he wants. Just keeps pushing the cushion. And I feel creepy. And I feel really weird about that line. Then Mike sees Hank and says, "Come on, Max." Max brought his dad back, and Mike tells Hank that he can't sit on the couches all day. Hank says, "This is a big decision. He needs to simulate his exact nighttime routine." Can he rub Max? Can Mike rub his feet and Hank can tell him about his day? Then Mike sees Max over near a couch and says the bed is not for sale, the mattress is not for sale. And then Phoebe is watching this, being like, "Why is this dude so worked up over a sad, small, tiny bed? This must be twisted shenanigans." Meanwhile, in the B plot, Billy's having Chloe dress up like him. Billy says, Chloe is experienced. Chloe says her head itches. And Billy says, and Nora shows up saying, "What in the bikini bottom is going on here?" Okay, so this episode just confirmed that this and SpongeBob exists. They watch SpongeBob. Billy says Nora looks great, and Chloe looks great, and Chloe's loving it. Chloe says, her head's on fire! And Billy says, that's right, you're right, Chloe. You're right, Chloe. Your whole look is fire. Meanwhile, yeah, and they leave. Meanwhile in the B plot, meanwhile in the A plot, meanwhile at Mike's mattress store, Phoebe thanks Cherry for coming with her. Cherry said, yeah, Cherry's finally back after her last appearance in episode 4. Cherry says it was either this or stay at home and watch her dad clip his toenails. Phoebe says, great, well now you can watch Hank do it, as we see Hank clip his toenails. Phoebe says, well now Cherry says, she guesses Cherry didn't know the real mattress Mike worked there, and Cherry says, from the commercials? And Phoebe says, yeah, she hears he needs dancers for his next commercial. Cherry says, yo, mattress Mike, and then starts dancing. And then Cherry says, she can show off her dance move. Yo, mattress Mike, and then starts dancing. Well, Mike feels disturbed and walks away. Phoebe says, thank you, Cherry. But also, you literally just caused the dude to walk away, Phoebe. But anyway, yeah. Phoebe sees a button called Sleep Speedometer, and she's like, they have those? And turns it on, and the bed goes up to reveal a big missile. Yeah, a big missile. Big missile. Yeah. And tries to call Super President Kickbutt. Cherry tells Phoebe that she didn't know Mattress Mike was Link's dad. And then Phoebe's like, wait a minute, Link's in the store? Oh my, OMG. And Cherry's like, OMG, Phoebe, this is just like how Fiona had a boyfriend named Crank and his dad was Evil Stan. Wait a minute, you're Fiona, that's Link, Link is Crank, and his dad is Evil Stan. And that missile is a missile. Why didn't you tell her? And Phoebe says she couldn't. She couldn't tell Cherry Hero League secrets. But you could tell her your superhero secret. Oh, a big secret that... And then Phoebe says that's why she was air quoting. And Cherry says she thought she was doing bunny puppets to help her think. Because sometimes Cherry is too dumb for her own good. Like, Cherry's a fun character, and to know that her actress who plays Cherry doesn't like the fruit that she's based off of, that her name's based off of, it's pretty funny. Yeah. Phoebe, yeah. Cherry says Link's gonna be crushed if Phoebe turns in his dad. Phoebe says she said she was just doing the right thing. She was taking Cherry's advice. And Cherry says that was for Fiona, not Phoebe. If Phoebe goes through this, Link will break up with her. Super President Kickbutt says if Phoebe found anything at Evilman's mattress store, and Phoebe lies, saying no, she didn't. Meanwhile at the Thunder House, Phoebe is saying how she has to turn Evilman in, but she doesn't want to break up with Link. What should she do? So Cherry said, then Link calls because Phoebe forgot they were gonna hang out. Cherry asks Phoebe to ask Link what her dance audition was about, how her dancing was. So Phoebe calls, and Cherry just leaves and is just gone for the rest of the episode. Yeah, Cherry doesn't come back. She's gone. She leaves and she's gone from the episode. So, yeah, that was a weird way to end her character storyline for the episode. She just leaves and is gone. Meanwhile, so Phoebe answers Link's call. Phoebe answers Link's call and asks Link if he's on his way, and Link says he has to cancel. His dad's still at work, so he's watching his little brother. By the way, his little brother would become would later become a character. 2 episodes, 3 episodes, 2 episodes, after 2 episodes. Yeah, we would see Link's brother, who was played by Casey Simpson, aka Ricky from Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Dawn. Kind of 2 Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Dawn actors. First Lizzie Green and now Casey Simpson. Interesting. But anyway, yeah, I'm just saying that they mention him here because they know that they will later bring him into the story in episode 9. Which is... But anyway. Phoebe says, isn't the store closed? And Link says, yeah, but he's staying, some top secret project. And Phoebe says, top secret project. And Link says, sounds like he's about to launch something big. Phoebe says, she knows what he's launching. And Link says, yeah, by the way, Cherry's banned from the mattress store. And Phoebe says, yeah, that happens a lot. And says wouldn't be the first time, and says she has to go and she'll talk to him later. Meanwhile in the B-plot, meanwhile in Max's lair, Max said, what a day he had, Colosso. He sold 3 mattresses and saved Evilman's $35 on his $35 on his electric bill. Max says, listen to yourself. Evilman's not teaching you how to be evil, about anything about being evil. Max says, sure he is. It's all a part of his master plan. Little by little, he's grooming Max to become the next great supervillain. Dr. Claus says, he's grooming Max to be his weekend manager. Look at yourself. Then Max looks in the mirror and asks, what's happening to him? His hair is parted itself, and he's wearing a cell phone holster. And he takes it off and throws it down. Takes it off and throws it on the floor, and says he has to go down to the mattress store and quit. Also says that's his Max, and tells him to take off his cell phone holster. Max says he did, but somehow it's reappeared on him, and Max throws it down again. Meanwhile, in the B plot, Nora has dressed Chloe exactly like her, even with a bow. And Nora says, with this bow on, then when Hank and Barb take them out, no one will laugh at her. She won't feel ridiculous. Chloe says she feels like a birthday present. And Nora says, that's right, Chloe. With that bow, Chloe is a gift to the world. And Billy shows up, and Nora says, look, Billy, I fixed Chloe. And Billy's like, wait a minute, what? And then then he takes the bow off Chloe's head, and then they start fighting over the bow. That's when Barb asks, what's going on? And Billy's... And Billy says, Nora dressed up Chloe like a doof. And Nora says, only because Billy dressed her up like a chucklehead. Chloe says, I don't want to be a chucklehead. And teleports away. Or out. Teleports out. I'm going to say teleports away because it makes more sense. Teleports away. Barb says, what is going on with you two? Barb says she knows they're trying to help Chloe, but Chloe loves the way she dresses. Nora says people are going to laugh at her if she's out there dressing like a lost and found box. Nora says Chloe doesn't care. Barb says Chloe doesn't care about what other people think about her clothes, so why should Billy and Nora? Maybe they should care more about what Chloe's wearing and more about how Chloe's feeling, and walks away. Billy says, I think we just got barbed. And Barb says, yeah, you did. Meanwhile, in the A plot, Phoebe says, hello, evil man. And Mike says, how did Phoebe get in here? Did Max leave the door open again? Phoebe says, yeah. Phoebe says, this is about the missile he's hiding under the mattress over there. Yeah, evilman says, you know, would you believe that came with the store? And Phoebe says, you're going to have to turn yourself in. I know it's going to hurt Link, but you have to turn yourself in. And he's like, no, I don't. And captures Phoebe. Phoebe's like, what's going on? And then he's like, he's evilman. He's the man. And he's decided to change target from the Hiddenville Library to the Hero League. I'm doing my practice. I'm there. That's the perfect evilman laugh. And also he hates them more than he hates the Hero League more than he hates books. Phoebe says, please, at least get her a more comfortable bed. This one is spring. Evilman says, suffer. Meanwhile, on the B plot, outside, Nora says, Chloe, they're going to Splatburger. She should get ready. Chloe says she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to go, and Chloe kicks a can. Nora says they're sorry. What happened today? They were totally wrong to tell Chloe what to wear. And Billy says Chloe's not a chucklehead. They're the chucklehead. And Chloe says, and doofs. And Billy says, and Nora says, huge dupes. And Chloe should just be herself and dress how she wants. And they promise to love it. Billy says, Chloe, forgive them. And Chloe says, not yet. And then we cut to Chloe wearing her own style of dresses. Cut to Chloe wearing an outfit wearing an outfit the way she likes it, while Billy and Nora are dressed in outfits the Chloe way. Yeah. Then we get the scene of this video where Billy says he's pulling it off. We get the scene of this video where Max shows up saying he doesn't know what's happening, but he likes it. And don't let anyone turn you into a suburban nerd sales nerd. Nora says, what's with the cell phone holster? Max says, you are not a part of me! And throws it on the floor again. And yeah, that's how we got the thing of this video. It has nothing to do with the actual plot or the title. I just wanted to give Chloe some love because I love her. I just wanted to give Chloe some love because I love her. Meanwhile, and also I couldn't find any other thing for this video. Meanwhile, on the A plot, Evilman says 3 minutes until the Hero League is a pile of rubble and spandex. Phoebe uses her hand to get herself free and lets herself go. Phoebe says, nice try. If he gives himself up now, they'll go easy on him. Evilman says, he's evilman. Nothing can stop him. So Phoebe freezes the half of him. Phoebe says, you froze me, but you stop me, but nothing's gonna stop you. What about your precious Link? He'll be so sad if he finds out you arrest his dad. Then Link shows up saying, is this some sort of, what's going on here? Is this some sort of commercial? And he's like, yeah, we're freezing prices and blowing up the competition. Isn't that right, Phoebe? This is the part where you lie. But Phoebe says, yeah, by the way, Link, your dad's evil and he's trying to destroy the Hero League and she has to do her job. So she calls Super President Kickbutt saying, bro, she captured Evilman. Then Super President Kickbutt shows up and says, well done, Phoebe. And Phoebe says, that fast? And then she says, you passed the test. Yeah, this whole thing wasn't really about, Evilman wasn't really evil. He was only pretending to be because the Hero League calls him up and said, "Hey, you want to pretend to be evil so we can test if Phoebe can pretend to be can put her superhero life before her hero life?" He was like, "Sure," and we got this. Yeah, they called him up. Yeah, Phoebe says, "Test." She knows it wasn't easy, but Phoebe took a huge step towards becoming a full-time superhero. Phoebe says, as much as she loves passing tests, that is messed up. She also said outbursts didn't affect her grade. Super doesn't kick about leave, or doesn't. But Phoebe says, Link, she's so sorry she had to turn in his dad. She's completely understands if he wants to break up with her. Link says, why would you do that? Phoebe says because she chose her job over the relationship. Link says it's called being it's called doing the right thing. And besides, who would you have to lean on while his dad's in prison? Evilman says, no prison can hold him. He's Evilman. I kind of like doing that now. Yeah. And then tries to break out of the ice, but then asks Phoebe's help, and Phoebe unfreezes him. And he says, nothing can hold him. Then Max busts open the door, saying, yo, Evilman, how are your doors and couches now? Then at home, people are leaving the house when Hank hears the disturbance in the force of the couches. And says, Couches. Yeah. Hank feels the loss of the couches. Max says, what's going on? President Kickbutt says, Evilman was helping them with a test for Phoebe. Max says, Evilman helping the Hero League? And Evilman says, those flip-up beds are really nice. And Max says he may have gone suburban soft, but not him. He's going to totally point the missile to where he's totally going to launch this missile. And he does, but it's revealed it wasn't actually a missile at all. It was an ice cream maker. And then President Kickbutt says, thanks, Max. You just revealed our surprise for Phoebe. Phoebe says, her favorite they got her favorite toppings. Max says, or did they? And says, Viva la evil! Or says, Viva la sprinkles! And then leaves. And that's the last we see of Max. Even though this episode's almost over, that's the last we see of Max. Then Hank shows up, distraught over the loss of the couch. But then he gets distracted by saying, is that an ice cream missile? And then goes over. And that's where the episode ends. Doesn't have a very good payoff, does it? Okay. So what did we learn in this episode of the Thundermans? Chloe is the best character, and you should let her wear whatever she wants. The Hero League tests Phoebe, and yeah, Link only has like 4 appearances on this entire show. Episode 3, Episode 6, Episode 9, Episode 10, and Episode 24, or 25. I think it was 20. Yeah, it was 24 and 25. And then he'll disappear from the show forever, never to be seen again. But he will be mentioned in Season 4, Episode 9, Cookie Mistake. And that's it. So yeah, I like Link as a character, but I'm glad that he's actually one of Phoebe's main love interests that sticks around for the entire show. Not like Cole Campbell or Dylan. Yeah, just not like Cole Campbell or Dylan. But anyway. Yeah. Anyway, I just like the Chloe plot of this episode. I like that Billy and Nora learned the fact that just because they tried to change Chloe doesn't mean that she won't wear... Just because they try to change her doesn't mean Chloe doesn't stop being herself. And this is why it's the background of this video. And I really like the hat that she's wearing, and the way that she incorporates Nora's bow. that she made her onto the hat. That's a very nice touch. And I like the feather. I also like the pants. I like that. But anyway, that's it for this video, and I'll see you next time for another episode of the Thunderman. We got Doppelganger. Next time, Billy and Nora feel Billy and Nora are not respected are being ignored by Phoebe and Max. So they decide to bond with two other people who literally are just Phoebe and Max clones. But of course, those Phoebe and Max clones are only using them in games. Meanwhile, and then there's also a B plot about Barb and Hank letting Chloe win at bowling because they don't want to disappoint because they don't want to make her sad. That's a really good B plot. But we'll see it next time when we review episode Thundermans of season 3, episode 7, Doppelgamers, which is a play on doppelgangers, but it's doppelgamers. I'll see you next time.